Hello everyone, welcome back to the video series where we are reviewing the textbook called Blueprint Reading Construction Drawing for the Building Trades. In this video, we're going to go through chapter 2, and that is Blueprints and Construction Drawings, a Universal Language. So, as you already know, blueprints are the documentation, part of the construction documentation, and that's the graphical representation of the project. So the universal language that the author is talking about is actually meant to be really universal and transcend through different people who work together on the construction site. Sometimes that's the only way they can communicate. They look at the blueprints, they understand the sequence of the operations on site, and they really can communicate through the drawings. So technical drawings, also known as drafting, is actually the process of creating the drawings. Now the CAD systems are used, such as Autodesk AutoCAD or Revit for the most part, or ArchiCAD in other parts of the world, and that replaced the manual drafting. So the manual drafting was used for centuries, and people used just their hand sketching, hand drawing techniques, and they used a lot of different variations and a lot of different tools. And please refer to the textbook. There you can see all different types and pictures and graphics. So the most used tools were the ruler, triangular scale, protractor, triangles, T-square, of course, the drafting table with the Paraliner, um, and compass, dividers, drafting tape or drafting dots, then pencils and erasers and eraser shields. So also drafters were supposed to be good at lettering, and they used a few different types that were readable on the drawing, such as Roman, Gothic, script, or text, or Old English. And they can be italic, and they can be just the regular font. So those people who were just using their hand to draw, they needed to be really skillful. They were supposed to know how to draft, how to draw, and how to create really good readable text as the annotations to the drawings. So when the CAD came into play, of course, it started to be easier. You just, when you want to add a note or you want to add like a schedule or something to the drawing, you just use your computer and you just type it there. So please refer to the book. There are a lot of different plans and details, and you will be able to see those copyright-free drawings to get familiar with different types of drafting, with different types of dimensions and everything. So please do not use just this video to get familiar with the book, but really go back to the book. There are a lot of drawings and they're really helpful. So with the CAD, of course, it started to be easier to edit the drawings. For example, if something was missing or incorrect, it was easier to get back to the computer, just erase that and add that, or just remove that part completely. But back in the day, drafters had to use the erasers, or they had to redo the drawing completely. So also, let's talk about units. We will talk about that a little later in the further videos, but here we will just mention it really briefly. So, of course, there's an imperial system and the metric system. One uses feet and inches, other one uses meters and centimeters. So, also, as far as the types of blueprints, there are a few types. such as preliminary drawings, presentation drawings, working drawings, shop or assembly drawings, and specialized and miscellaneous drawings. So as far as the preliminary drawings, that's used for the concept drawings, for the schematic design, for the programming, where architects just use the sketches and really just try to understand the client's needs and how that can be converted into architecture. Then presentation drawings, that's for the design development, and that can be elevation views, and that can be other plans and sections. So that is a little more detailed. Then working drawings, or actually construction drawings, or CDs, construction documents. That's the full set of drawings that is complete, and there are different disciplines, and that is going to be submitted to the building department to pull the permit. Also, there are other types of drawings, such as shop drawings. So, for example, when the subcontractors or suppliers or manufacturers need to produce a detail, they use the shop drawings. They sometimes they are to scale. They're like real life size of some of the details. For example, if that's like a small valve or like a duct or some type of piping, that can be life size, but usually they use scale to represent that. And also there are a lot of other types of drawings, and that can be sketches, that can be different diagrams, and just other details that are needed to communicate the information. And what is the most important in the construction drawings, in the construction documents? There are a few disciplines, and they're lettered and numbered. We'll talk about that a little later, but here, just a brief overview. A is for architectural pages, S for structural, P for plumbing, M mechanical, E electrical. Sometimes there are other things too, such as landscaping or interior design, or other things such as fire protection and others. So yes, and there are a lot of different graphics in the book. So please make sure you go back and check all of them, and just make sure that you understand them. Title blocks. What is important here is that on each drawing there is a title block, and usually it's like it's on the right hand side, and that was just because back in the day when the paper drawings were on the construction side, that was needed when the construction manager was flipping the pages. They needed to see it on the right hand side. So what actually needs to be there in the title block? There is some information there. So first of all, there is a scale, then the name of the client, name of the firm providing the drawings, then the signature initial of the drafter, checker, approving officer, and then the dates. Then drawing or sheet identification, and then other information as required. So, and that varies from firm to firm, so that can be different. Then there could be a revision block as well. And also, it depends on the project. So there can be different fields to be filled out. And this concludes chapter 2. I will see you in chapter 3. Thank you.